Hey there, everyone. I'm Sherry Dixon, part of Teachers That Sparkle, and it's Friday. If I were at school, I would be saying it's Friday. But of course, we're not at school because not only is it summer break, but I just finished my 28th year career in public education. Now I get to move on to bigger and better things. And one of those things is coming to you each day right here in Teachers That Sparkle and bringing you the best strategies that we possibly can find out in the world to help you be the best you can be. Now, one of the things that I started brainstorming with Teachers That Sparkle is that I would work with my partner in crime, who is actually here today, to do a Friday feature each week. And during this feature, I'm hoping that we will connect with as many fantastic teachers as we possibly can to hear just one piece of information that will help you grow your effective strategies and make your classroom the best that it can be. So today, I'm excited to introduce to you my partner in crime, Kimberly Dixon. Not only is she one of my favorite teachers in the world, but she's also my daughter. Teachers That Sparkle was a brainchild of ours many years ago when she was a brand new teacher. And due to our commitment level with the amount of time we had to put in, her as a new teacher and me working with a school that needed to have some fixing done to it, we just did not have the time to do it justice. But here we are today, ready to really have an impact on the world. So, hey, Kimber, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. Enjoying my summer.
I bet you are. I know the audience didn't know this, but we had a conversation earlier today about just resting, relaxing, and taking your time getting ready, and how you felt a little bit guilty about that today.
I did. It's hard when you're in a routine of every single day, being busy from the second you wake up in the morning until the time you go to bed at night. It's hard to get used to or accepting that you are allowed to take some time to just relax and do nothing.
Well, I
But
think that's an awesome little strategy for teachers all over because I remember being in the classroom, and every year when you were little, I just felt like, oh, I have to teach summer school. I have to stay busy. I have to do this. I have to do this. And I didn't really always take a lot of time to rest and relax. So that's something important. And I think teachers need to remember that. All right.
yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I would agree.
Perfect. So today is Feature Friday, and you are our first feature. And what my brainstorming idea for this was is that we would be able to come on and just provide the audience with something that you use each and every year that you know has a huge impact on your classroom. And you've been teaching for 6 years now,
Hmm.
first grade and kindergarten.
Yes.
And very excitingly, you are going to be moving into an intervention position going into next school year,
Yes.
which is bittersweet because being in the classroom, of course, is always phenomenal. However, when you're good, that's when you start to move up and do bigger and better things. So, in the last 6 years that you've been working with our youngest children on campuses, what do you think is something that you did? Why did you do it? And what kind of impact did it have on your students and families?
I think for me, if I could choose just one or two things that I did right at the beginning of the year before real teaching or anything took place, and I did it every single year. And it's made a huge difference, and it's made my life easier. It's made me be able to teach more, and just be more fulfilled. And then my students able to have more fun in the classroom every day. And I think that would be to build relationships from the very beginning, knowing that the first day of school is obviously crazy, and you're doing like routines and procedures, and you're making sure, what do we always say? Just make sure you don't lose any kids, right? That's the first day of school. You just make sure they're there, they get fed, they use the restroom, and they go home the right way. But those first couple weeks, you're still not going to teach. You're going to build relationships. You're going to get to know the kids. They're going to get to know you. You are not just their teacher, but especially for the little ones. And I mean, I would even say all of elementary, you're kind of like their school mom. And their first years at school, for some of them, are with you, and you're with them more hours in the day than they're with their real parents. So you need to build relationships with them. You not only need to know your students in and out, but I think sometimes what people forget is your students need to know you in and out too. Tell them stories about your life. Let them know who you live with at home. Do you have pets at home? Your favorite colors? Like, those are things students should know about you. It allows them to love you and view you as a human. And once you do that, then they want to do anything for you. They want to learn from you. They want to be with you. They want to come to school every day. When they know who you are and they know that you know who they are, basically, I would say that 95% of your problems are eliminated right from the start. And then not only building relationships with students, but then building relationships with their parents too. Once you get them in the classroom, that's only half the work. Half the work is teaching them. The other half is communicating with their parents at home, letting them know how they're doing. Um, throughout the year, not everything's going to be perfect. You're going to have times when you need to reach out to parents, and maybe you need to tell them something that's uncomfortable, or that they might not want to hear about their child, or you need help with, hopefully you don't, but need help with some discipline issues or anything like that. You don't want the parents to feel like a stranger's calling them. You want your parents to already have a relationship with you so that they know that you have their child's best interest at heart. And whatever you're calling them for, there's a good reason behind it. And you're a partnership. It's not just you're the teacher, they're the students. You guys work together. And once your parents know that, it'll make like 95% of your issues go away as well. And then in addition to just building relationships, setting up your routines, making sure your students know what they do every morning when they come in, every time they go to lunch, every day that they're at recess. They have to know how you do things in the classroom, what your expectations are. Do not forget to tell them your expectations, because if they don't know what you want, they can't, do what you want, and you're going to get frustrated. They're going to feel frustrated, and it's just going to be a lose-lose situation. So building relationships with both students and parents, letting them know who you are, and establishing effective routines.
Oh, I love that. I think that that is something that, as the principal of a building for the last 16 years, we talked about that all the time with our staff, and it truly does make a huge difference. You are absolutely right. Number one, as a mom, when you were little, I didn't want a teacher calling me for the very first time with something that you had done. Not that you were a challenging child, but if you did have one of those kind of days, which we all have, I wanted to know the teacher was calling because we were going to work together as a partnership, not I need to call you because you need to fix this child. And of course, children, they need to know structure. They need to know that you love them. And like you said, they will do anything for you. And most of the time, it fixes 99% of those discipline problems in your classroom. I promise.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I enjoyed spending some time with you today. And for the audience, Kimberly and I will take turns each Friday interviewing someone and just giving you all the best that we can possibly give you. So here's what I need from all of you. Share our Facebook group. Invite your teacher friends. What we want to do is to continue to have an impact on education in a way that affects the entire world. So get the name out, get the word out. We are Teachers That Sparkle, and we are here to make your life in teaching the best that it can be. Have a great rest of your Friday. And thank you for joining us today.